Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And we are underway here on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! At their own 17-yard line.
Right there, 54 Mike. Let's go. Check three.
Now a man closing in on 15,000 career rush yards. Frank Gore on the stop there defensively. Marcus May with the tackle. Well, this Week 1 matchup pitting a couple Empire State rivals, no strangers to each other. They were both original members of the AFL, the American Football League, way back in 1960 to 1969. It's been a close series. Bills lead it all time, 62-55. And, of course, both of these franchises really feel like they have their quarterbacks of the future in Josh Allen and Sam Darnold. Throwing on second down. Allen. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To the air. Allen. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
55. Check. Watch 54. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On first down, it's Gore. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Let's go, defense.
Looking to throw on second down. Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it third down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And able to find John Brown. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 23. On first down, Gore. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Throwing is Allen on third. Escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 40, the 20, 10, and he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do. Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They run, it's Gore. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
57.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
No. Me. 49's the mindset.
Here's Le'Veon Bell's first carry as a New York Jet. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Darnold from the gun. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, 47 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play a long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt.
Here we go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. He's going to air one out for Anderson. He's got him in, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give them 32 on the play. Now a first down carry by Bell. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the counter, here's Bell. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards there, first down. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Out left to Anderson. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Mike, first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Check tight. Show ready.
Darnold from the red zone now. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. 49. 49's a Mike. 49's a Mike. Here it comes. Young lady. 49.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Allen now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Allen going to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Leonard Williams. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now on 2nd and 16. Allen. Jones has it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. They run with Gore out of the shotgun. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
Okay, it's time for me to break out my thesaurus for that one. And I don't have anything.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold, throw left side complete. It's Bell. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Mike's 49. Red 80. Red 80. Hey, X3. 218. Chopper.
Throwing again is Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down.
So we are at half. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
That's trash.
The second half starts with a carry by Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Every day, any day. 25, check 25, check 25.
Here's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Tighten up.
36-yard line.
Man, 80. 49.
Hey, seam 6.
Now it's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. And he comes back with one complete. 30. Big yardage that time for the Jets. And even 40 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 25-yard line. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And able to work his way down to the 16. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Anderson a first down and more. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk. Come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
57. 57 to Mike. Here we go.
This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
57 to Mike. Mike 57.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
On third down, Allen. And that is incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They do go for it. Here's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell.
Double tight, double tight. 4 down, 4 tight.
He's going to get it running right, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points in. They've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. On 2nd and 11 now. Allen, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And it's complete to Croft. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's... Brought down.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Buffalo.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
Check the back, check the back.
Now Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Gore now, running out of the gun. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, here we go.
Another carry now for Gore. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Tell you what, you need the tough yards. You can still turn to the 36-year-old Frank Gore, now in his 15th season in the league. 10 in San Francisco, the 3 in Indy, quick stop in Miami, and now in Buffalo, and still making it happen. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Pound 80! 57 to Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. Check, check. Lucky. Monday.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check your hot read.
On 1st down, they stick with Singletary. And Singletary has it stripped. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here. And now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
But again, it's Bell. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, 83 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Singletary to get the drive started. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Jones last year led the Bills, 652 receiving yards, 7 touchdowns, more than doubled his production from 2017. Now they're hoping for an even bigger bump this year. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Again, they run. Again, it's Gore. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up the third down. Now it's Gore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gore. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Defensively, with this lead in the 4th quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Allen. And he's going to go down again. Henry Anderson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Jets, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York.